Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Wyatt Gaming, back again with some more Icarus. Now, as you saw earlier on, we had a full-on hour and a bit video where we went through loads of stuff. We played, we did some crafting, we did some hunting, we did loads of funky stuff. Now, what we're going to do in this little video is I'm going to give a quick review for people that haven't played it yet. And if you haven't checked that video out from earlier, go and check that out. You can actually see everything in detail. But I'm going to do a quick review, my thoughts, my feelings after a few hours of playing. It's all I'm going to say is it's absolutely amazing and I'm loving it. Now, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. And, well, yeah, let's get stuck in and I'll tell you my thoughts, feelings, and whether you should buy it or not. You should definitely buy it, is all I'm going to say now. Let's do it. So first things first is the character creation. Now, I quite like dabbling with character creation, going a little bit mad and seeing what you can do. And this, it gives you a little bit. I was a little bit disappointed with the customization, but obviously it is the beta. So I am hoping that more options come to full game. But we'll see about that. But basically what we can do so far is obviously put your name in, and then you can pick your body type, which there's a choice of masculine and feminine, and then your suit as well, you can pick the type. There are loads of different suits to choose from, which is cool. There's not a custom suit though, which I would like a custom suit. I think a custom suit would be cool. And then you can pick your voice, which is obviously male and female, but that's all we've got at the moment. And then there are 6 different heads to choose from. Alongside their scars, there's 6 of those as well, I believe. Yep, 6 scars to choose from. And unfortunately, there's only 1 facial hair. But like I said, it is a beta, so a lot of this will change. Then down below here, you've got loads of different eye colours that you can pick from, which are really cool. And then the skin tones as well. There's 7 of those in total. And then come down to the bottom for clothing. You can pick a logo to have on your little hat there. And you can also pick the style of hat, along with the colour of it. So it's pretty simple. It's basic character creation. Hopefully, like I said, that will change a little bit later down the line, maybe a full release. I'm pretty sure it will, but we'll see. First and foremost is the HUD and sort of survival system. It is absolutely amazing. It's easy, it's simple to read, and it's really easy to get used to as well. It's not hard at all. So as you see in your bottom left, you've got your temperature, your health, your oxygen, your food, and your water. Now you can stay on top of these really, really simply. Just eat, get oxygen, and drink water. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now you can get fish pretty much everywhere and anywhere. Well, not everywhere and anywhere, obviously where there's water. So head into your water, grab some fish, bish bash bosh, head back to your little campsite, cook it up. You've got yourself a nice meal, which will give you a nice little buff as well, and that's it. That is all you need to know about the sort of the food aspect of it. For the H2O, not the H2O, sorry, the O2, so oxygen. That's pretty simple as well. All you need to do is grab oxide, which is this blue sort of rock material here. Grab a whole bunch of this. You get a nice chunk of XP for doing it as well. And pop it in your oxygen meter there. It will burn itself through, and then that in turn gives you oxygen. It's easy. Drink some water. Bish bash bosh. You can drink any water as well, which I find really cool. Whether that will change and it will make it a little bit harder later on, I don't know. And then all on the inventory screen, you've got your sort of bits and bobs there. Your damage, your buffs, your debuffs, and all of that will show up. See, you've got a big old screen which will go through and tell you everything that you've got. So obviously as you play the game, the more stuff that you've unlocked, I'm assuming the more these values will sort of change and move around a little bit. So that's quite cool, and I like that. I think it's very awesome, especially how it extends out like that. Let's consume that. Bang! Food is full, health is full. And as you can see there in the bottom left, you've got the numbers that are counting down. That is your... I think it's like the food going through your system. So when that's done, you need to eat a little bit more. I haven't 100% figured that out. It confused me a little bit. But yeah, we'll figure it out, people. We'll figure it out. So next up, I want to talk about the sort of progression system that we're going to be going off of, and the tech trees and talent trees and things like that. Now, first glance, it's a bit much. It's a lot, but after the few hours, I've unlocked a decent little chunk of stuff, but that's not even a tiny bit of it. As you can see, it goes on and on and on. We can unlock a ridiculous amount of items. So that's tier 2, and then tier 3 is massive as well, with concrete and iron and all that kind of stuff. And then we go along, we've got glass, armor. There are so many different things that we can build and craft, which is really good. I like that. That's going to add a lot of longevity to it. We're going to be able to get in and like, just because you've got to that level 30 doesn't actually mean that you're going to get all of this stuff very quick. It's going to take you a lot of skill points. So you're going to have to go up a fair few levels to actually get to any of this stuff, which is great because obviously it just keeps the game going. And then over to your talents. There are hundreds of different talents, some of them with multiple levels to get into. So it does make it that bit longer. This is just the survival tree. So the survival tree here, a lot of these things are coming soon, so we can't actually access them in the beta. And from what I've seen so far, we're not going to be locked out of any sort of items by biome 1, which is really cool. And as you can see, they've got the different trees. So there's trees upon trees. So in your survival, you've got your resources, your exploration, your hunting, and then your cooking and farming. And then in construction, you've got your repairing, your tools, and your building. There is so much to actually get into. Then in combat, you've got bows, spears, blades, firearms. There's no access to firearms in the beta, so I won't be able to say anything about that. The top skills are coming soon, so we can't actually get to any of the lower ones. But there is a lot of stuff that you can actually get into. And just, it goes on for so long. And then for the solo players out there, there's even that solo tree, which it's not as big as any of the others, but it's going to get you up and running and do a load of bits. It's going to help you out a lot, especially playing solo. And from what I've seen, I don't know personally, but from what I've seen, they carry over into multiplayer as well, so you still have those buffs. Whether that will be changed or not, I know a lot of people said that it was quite OP having that, but whether it will change, don't know. And then gathering XP as well is very, very easy, very simple. You pretty much just beat rocks up or collect stuff. I mean, hunting so far and chopping down trees, I've found are two of the very profitable ways to actually get XP. I mean, mining rocks and stuff, you're getting like 90 to 100 XP per hit, so it works nicely. You can level up very quickly. There is also a death penalty, so once you've died, it does remove that where you've got to, so it will drop down to the start of the level that you are at, which can be quite difficult, so stay away from bears. So one very important part about a game like this is crafting. Now, for a lot of you that are like me out there, the crafting part is going to be a big part of the game. Now, I love things like this. As you can see in the center of the screen there, you have the little icon which tells you what tool you need to harvest resources from this item here. And then, same as when we go over here, it pops up with the pickaxe. It doesn't matter what tool you've got as well. It'll come up with a little red icon if you don't have the right tool in your hand, which is very helpful for starting out. But crafting wise, it's so easy. Just break something apart, like so, chop it up, get the resources, and then you can craft in a matter of seconds. A real good thing about crafting as well, which ties into a bit that we'll cover later on, which is leveling, is you will get you will get experience from crafting. So as you can see top left, it'll come up 8 XP per crafted item. It does change depending on what your crafted item is. So 40 XP for bandages. Whack the max on, you're going to get a nice chunk of XP. So that could be a real good way to sort of level up a little bit quicker. But the crafting is just so simple. It's really easy. It's nice to work with, and it's not a headache, which I like. You know, some games make it really difficult to craft and do your own thing. So it's good that they don't do that. So far, crafting wise, this is what we built earlier on. It's a little house, it's nothing major, but it's home, you know, it works. It does what it says on the tin. It saves us from all sorts of nasties. And then the crafting, placing, building, the mechanics are so simple. I absolutely love it. I am in love with the game already. After the short amount of time that I've played it. I've got like 4 or 5 hours in it so far, and I'm loving it. It's so easy just to build something. You've just got to do what I've just done there. So the buildings, we've just done crafting, so buildings and the building system is amazing. How it all works is so damn cool. The destruction that the buildings take as well is insane. Obviously we haven't seen anything from storms yet, but just from what we've seen so far, look at that. I've just chopped a tree down, it's fallen into the house, and it's done a considerable amount of damage. It's so cool. But the brilliant thing is, the building is so fluid, it's so easy, it's so quick. I love it. And I have a feeling, it depends what kind of building style you like. If you like sort of the forest, then it's like that, but quicker. And I mean a lot quicker, which for me personally is amazing, because as much as I loved the game, the crafting and the building was too much for me. I wasn't really into it, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's build one of them and a door. Right, so we've got a whole bunch of funky ass stuff here. Oh, I didn't queue it, that's why. Penis. I do things like that quite often. 3, 4, let's craft you. We got 4 of them. 4 of them. We need a few walls. I don't know how many we'll need. We'll need 6, I think. Or is it 8? It's 6 or 8, one of the two. Let's just go for 7 for now. Let's do it. Just see how quick it is, though. It's so quick, so fluid. It's brilliant. I love it. By far, one of my favourite aspects so far is the old crafting and building systems. It's beautiful. And because, as you've just seen how that collapsed there, that structure, structural integrity is a very important thing to the game. So you need your structures to be strong and ready to withstand all sorts of stuff, which I love. I love that. In the letter that we covered a couple of weeks back, it says just how building bridges and things, depending on the use of the bridge that you're building, you're going to need to change a few things and do things differently to what you would if you were just building a little footbridge. So I like that. I like that a lot. Right, let's just plonk these in quick. I like the things snap as well, so you can actually build quite easily without things going too wrong. He says, as they don't snap. It's the first time I've actually encountered any weirdness with it. So, right, never mind. Let's just put the floor down quick. We're just going to go with a 4x4 base quick, just to show it off. Oh, bugger. One thing I have noticed, which is a little bit annoying, is as you've just seen there, I did have 4 floors, but one of them disappeared. But that's fine. It's because I put it underground. But hopefully things like that will get fixed. And then the texture as well of the actual wood, you can mix it around, swap it, so you can have a floor like this where it's all one piece and it looks cool, or you can switch it around and have them crossed and zigzagged. It all depends on your playstyle and what you'd like to do. And holding down R as well adds a whole new concept to the building. You can place all sorts of weird stuff. It mixes it up a little bit, which is brilliant. I love it. It's just so cool. In a matter of minutes as well, you can build a house. Providing you've got the resources, then it's just so easy. There we go. And we just need bish, bash, one more, and we're done. Oh, wrong one. Let's build a ramp in there, just so it looks cool. So, no, we'll use stairs, actually. Why not? That's the only thing that I've struggled with sometimes. Placement of roofs and stairs. And there we have just a little cabin. You can put a roof on it also. I'm not going to do that, but you see that was 4 minutes. That took so easy, so quick. It's beautiful. Next up is exploration. Whilst we are in the beta, we don't really have a lot to explore. Well, I'm going to contradict myself here. We are in a beta, so the map is this size here. This is all we've got. You go out that way there, or this way here, and then you will run into a message that tells you to return to the playable area. So as the beta continues, we'll be able to get into more. But there's still a ton of exploration to be done, with hidden caves and all sorts of random stuff dotted all over the forest region. And it's just something to get out there and have a look for. So whilst you're out, you've got to be out hunting anyway, because you're going to need food. So take a little breather, have a little look around. There's always some really good stuff to look at. The scenes as well are absolutely phenomenal. The game looks amazing. And you climb up some rocks, you get up to the top, and you just look around the valley. It looks stunning. And you've got little baby Bambis down there like that. Oh, damn, I feel bad. Which will lead us to our next point. You need to gather a lot of food. But let's just hold off on that point for a second. You also need to protect yourself from everything that's out there in the wilderness, such as wolves, foxes. Not foxes, sorry. Wolves and bears. How cool is that? Carrying a dead wolf around with me. Damn. So you need to protect yourself from a lot of nasty stuff. So make sure the first thing that you do is crafting a bow and a stone knife as well, because then you can skin these animals, which will get you the food and nutrients that you need. And it is unfortunate that I've just killed a Bambi, but yeah, it happens. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave that there. So overall, I think it's absolutely amazing. It's brutal. It can be quite difficult, especially if you come across some of the bigger bears and things like that. But overall, I would 100% recommend buying the game. If you haven't already, you can buy it from the Steam store for around, I think it's around $25 to $30. It's £23 in UK, and that will get you access to the beta. Now, if you don't like the beta and it's not for you, you can refund it before the game comes to full release for your money back. So just testing it out, there is no loss to you whatsoever. It's 100% worth jumping in, having a look, seeing if you fancy it, and if you do, then great. If not, leave some constructive feedback for the devs and let them know what you think could make it better. But from me, it's 100% pass. It's coming to the channel in full. I can't wait. I'm excited, and that was a quick sort of review from me there. It's one of the first times I've done a video like this, so please, if you've got any feedback for me, let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying Icarus and Wired Gaming, subscribe to the channel, because we have got plenty more to come. I've been Wired, you've been awesome. Thanks for watching. Peace.